Researchers have shown over and over again that storytelling is one of the most powerful meaning-making tools out there. I'm going to share with you a few pillars of research that I've found, I've come across, that reinforce this idea that we can shape our stories. So this first pillar of research I'm going to talk about comes from psychologist Dan McAdams, who talks about narrative identity. It's the evolving story you tell yourself about who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. When that story you tell yourself feels coherent, like it makes sense, people experience greater well-being, resilience, and life satisfaction. In narrative therapy, founded by Michael White and David Epstein, we realize that people aren't the problem is the problem. So often our lives are dominated by this problem-saturated story. We lose sight of our strength, our creativity, our agency in the midst of that. But when we step back and re-author our story, reframe it, if you will, when we notice moments of courage and connection that we've overlooked perhaps in the first glance at our story, we begin to see ourselves differently. And that shift can literally change how our brains process our past. So this third area of research that I've really come to admire and respect the author in this area. Her name is Emily Esfahani-Smith. She wrote a book called The Power of Meaning and also did a TED Talk. And she also emphasizes the importance of storytelling as one of these 4 pillars of meaning, along with belonging, transcendence, and purpose. So storytelling is the 4th pillar. And a lot of what she talks about is not just being able to understand and explore your story with other people, tell your story, but also to reframe it in a way that's more productive for you moving forward.